Endangered animal facts. Polar bear. The polar bear lives around the Arctic Ocean. It has a lot of fat on its body to help keep it warm in the cold water and cold air. Polar bears are also very good at swimming. When it hunts, the polar bear likes to eat seal. The polar bear lives at the top of the earth. That means it makes its home in places like Canada and Alaska. The polar bear is a vulnerable animal. Vulnerable means that an animal isn't endangered yet, but it might be endangered soon. Scientists think the polar bear might be endangered because the ice it lives on is melting. When the ice melts, the polar bears will have no place to live. It is also harder for polar bears to find food. If something doesn't change, polar bears will become an endangered animal soon. Giant panda. The giant panda is part of the bear family. It lives in the mountains in China and it eats bamboo. Bamboo is a tall green plant. To live, panda bears have to eat 26 to 84 pounds of bamboo every day. That is about as much as you weigh. Even though they eat a lot, panda bears are really good at climbing trees. The panda bear is an endangered animal. It is endangered because people have taken their habitat away. People have used big trucks and tore down the forest. The last time panda bears were counted, there were only about 1,600 pandas in the wild. People are now trying to take action to help more panda bears live and survive. Giant tortoise. The giant tortoise lives on the Galapagos Islands. There are many islands, and each kind of tortoise looks a little bit different. Some have shells that are tall and humped, and others have shells that are flat. Giant tortoises can live a very long time. Some have lived longer than 100 years. The giant tortoise is a vulnerable animal. Vulnerable means that an animal isn't endangered yet, but it might be endangered soon. Dogs, cats, and other animals hunt baby tortoises on the islands. Also, cows eat the grass that the giant tortoises need to live. Because they are being hunted and losing their food, the giant tortoises may become endangered soon. Mountain gorilla. The mountain gorilla lives in a place where there are lots of trees as well as volcanoes that do not erupt anymore. They live in a country called Uganda. They have thicker fur than most gorillas so that they can live in the high mountains where it can be very cold. The mountain gorilla is critically endangered. Critically endangered means that the gorillas may be extinct very soon. There are very many reasons why the mountain gorilla is endangered. People have tried to hunt the mountain gorillas, and other people have moved into the gorillas' land. This has made the gorillas move to higher mountains where it is much colder and more dangerous to live. Black rhino. The black rhino isn't exactly black, but it is a dark gray color. Scientists say that rhinos are one of the oldest mammals still living. The black rhino can live in many different places, like the grassland or the desert. The black rhino lives in Africa. The black rhino is critically endangered. Critically endangered means that the black rhinos may be extinct very soon. The black rhino was hunted years ago for their horns. People could sell and trade the horns from the rhino. Today, other people have set apart land just for rhinos to live. Sadly, some people still kill rhinos for their horns. Scientists are doing everything they can to save the black rhinos from extinction. Cuban red macaw. The Cuban red macaw was a bird that existed long ago. It was a lot like the scarlet macaw you might see today, except this bird was much smaller. The Cuban red macaw made nests inside hollow trees and ate seeds just like birds do today. The Cuban red macaw is extinct, which means there are no more still living. While the Cuban red macaw was living, it was hunted for eating, just like we eat chicken and turkey today. They were easy to catch for hunters, so many of them were trapped for food. Even though there are many birds today that look like the Cuban red macaw, the last bird of its type was seen in the 1800s. The Stegosaurus was an animal that lived a long time ago. It was a dinosaur. It had spikes on its tail and plates on its back. Scientists aren't sure what the plates were used for. Some say the plates kept the Stegosaurus warm, while others say it helped the Stegosaurus look big so other dinosaurs wouldn't try to attack it. The Stegosaurus, like the rest of the dinosaurs, is extinct. No one knows exactly why the dinosaurs died, but many scientists guess a meteorite fell from the sky. This meteorite made the climate change, so it was very hard for dinosaurs to survive.